Well, we're awful in the league. Let's see if we can continue our good cup run. Hello and welcome back to our Rebuilding Arsenal save, where we attempt to be better than Arteta. Today we have two games for you. The first will be our FA Cup game against Brentford, and the next will be one of the legs of the Europa League quarter-final against Fulham. We are still plagued by injuries and just poor form in general in the league, but for now we are going to line up for our first match against Brentford like this. We've got Livakovic in goal, a back four of Tierney, Gabriel, Coates and Lamptey, Ward-Prowse and Neves in midfield. We're starting Hudson-Odoi over on the left, Gavi in the centre, Alvarez on the right and Abraham up front. As you can see, Tierney not quite fully fit, but hopefully can see through a good portion of the match. We've also got Odegaard on the bench that isn't fit as well. Ben White is injured, Demir still injured, Smith Rowe still injured. So all in all, we're not in great shape, but hopefully enough to see off the challenge of Brentford in this FA Cup tie. Let's get over to that and hopefully continue and win some silverware this season. As always guys, if you are enjoying this series though, do please drop a like down below. It really does help out the channel. Any interactions that you make, such as likes, comments, all of those lovely things, watching the video, all do really help out. If you do subscribe as well and hit the notification bell, YouTube will notify you every time we upload. We have got an upcoming series that will be starting around the full release of the game, which is a non-league to legends save, where we're going to be starting with Bath City and making our way up the footballing ladder, attempting to win the Champions League. Who knows, we might end up again at Arsenal at some point in that save. It is entirely possible. Right now we're not starting particularly well against Brentford. It's a corner already and I don't like it. I do feel if we... Oh, there's Granite Xhaka. If we find that we are suffering on possession, I will change the instructions. It's a good ball through to Abraham, no, and he's missed an absolute sitter there. That should have been 1-0, done and dusted, really. 37% possession. I am very tempted to just change that straight away and get rid of the pass into space. Hopefully, if we're not passing a space to run onto, we might keep hold of possession a little bit. I don't think that's necessarily a major part of our troubles, but I don't think it helps matters. Brentford here just playing out the box. Ward-Prowse just steps in though and pulls that back. Alvarez now is going to attempt to get forward and get into an attacking area. Pulls it back to Lamptey. Big ball forward to Abraham, controlling the ball there with his chest. Back to Gabriel. Tierney though going to make one of his fabulous runs into the box and cross it in. Abraham hooking that one home for his 21st goal of the season. I'm still saying fantastic signings. I will not hear otherwise. The signings we made this season, Neves, Ward-Prowse, Abraham, our three big signings, have turned the team into a better team. Maybe still not the best because we're still not winning the league, but we're definitely a much improved side with them in it. We're just going to encourage the team here, encourage them to go up and grab a second goal in this tie. We have got a corner here. It's the cheat code, Ward-Prowse into Gabriel, and it's the second goal of the game. It's the second goal within inside 20 minutes. Brentford, like I said last time we faced them, which was only 2 or 3 games ago, did beat us 4-1, but it was a much rotated side. Maybe they've come here today and sat back a bit thinking that it's going to be an easy game for them, and obviously they're going to come here and absolutely trounce us again. An interesting formation as well that they're playing. It's basically a back 5, 3 in midfield and 2 up front, but there's a lot of space in between those 2 strikers and the midfield 3. Lamptey's just taken a knock and saying he wants to come off, which is a bit of an inconvenience, so we'll bring on Mbemba. I hate having to make substitutions as part of injuries, but it does seem like that's something that our YouTube series is definitely filled with. Lots and lots of injuries and just registration problems at the moment, such as Gundogan in this game being obviously cup tied, which does narrow our depth a little bit. We are having a good game against Brentford here. We're still not winning on possession, but that removing that pass in space has improved it. Ward-Prowse with a short corner to Gavi there. He's got hold of the ball again. It's back to Ruben Neves. Sprays it out to the right to Mbemba. Pass forward to Alvarez. Back to Mbemba. Ruben Neves, can someone get across into the box here though? That'd be good. Neves toward Prowse. Gavi pings it forward for Alvarez to Abraham, and that's another one that really Abraham should have scored. I know he has like actually been having a good game and already scored a goal here, but I do also feel like he probably could be on a hat-trick by now if he'd been a bit more clinical with his finishing. Another ball to Abraham there, and again Abraham's having a good game. He is causing Brentford trouble in defence, but the goalkeeper more than equal to that shot. It's another Ward-Prowse corner, and that time it is way over, and it's disappeared down the tunnel, the ball there. We are coming up to half time now though. Definitely way ahead on this game in both terms of goals and XG, which is what we like to see heading into the dressing room at half time. I think we're doing well. We can definitely find another gear, guys. Let's pump our fists, encourage all of the team, try to get them going in this tie. And we see we go out to the second half, not making any changes at half time. Just go out, continue what you've been doing. If you can replicate that scoreline from the first half and we end up 4-0 against Brentford, I'll take it. It'll be very, very nice, please. Free kick here, delivered in by Ward-Prowse. Coates gets his head to it. It's an absolute bullet of a header. Unfortunately not on target. Had it been on target, I think it would have definitely nestled itself in that top corner, broken the goalkeeper's fingers on the way past, because that was travelling at some speed when it left his massive forehead. Somebody needs to get a tape measure and measure Sebastian Coates' forehead, because it must have a circumference of about 7 miles, because he seems to be able to head that ball from literally anywhere. On 65 minutes now though, Hudson-Odoi is looking pretty tired, so we probably need to get him off. Let's bring Holzek on, and we'll keep an eye on Tierney as well. We probably need to think about bringing him off in the next 10 minutes or so. And we're getting to the point now. I do probably need to bring Tierney off, and we'll put Tavares over there just to keep Tierney fit for the Fulham matches that are coming up and any potential matches in the FA Cup, because it looks like we're going to be going to a semi-final. Brentford doing their best to stop us here, accumulating three red cards. That would be mad. 3 yellow cards so far. Gavi managing to get hold of the ball there. It's a big ball back forward for Gavi. Not quite fast enough to run onto that one. He's only 18. I'm guessing he's not fully grown. He's got short little legs. Can't run that fast. Big clearance from Brentford there, but we'll take that all day long. It's easy for our central defenders to pick up, and now we can just build slowly forward again. Mbemba surging forward. Abraham with another shot there, and I don't know what their goalkeeper's rating is currently, but he does seem to be having a good game and denying Abraham a number of times just in the highlights here. I think that's 3 absolute sitters we've seen for Abraham. Abraham himself on a 7.5 rating here. So he's having a good game and he has scored a goal. Just definitely feels like he could have finished a couple more off here, to be honest. Getting towards the end of the tie now. That is now 5 yellow cards for Brentford. They are desperately trying to make my injury rows worse for the game against Fulham, but to no avail so far. Rico Henry's just been injured. He's also got a 5.7 rating out there, and they've now had to lose a man off the field, so they're definitely not coming back into this tie, and we are going to get a 2-0 win against Brentford to start off the episode and put us into the semi-final of the FA Cup. I'm not sure who we draw in the FA Cup. I'm not sure if I can work out when is the FA Cup semi-final draw. It's in 2 days, so let's get to that and see who we draw in the semi-final of the FA Cup. Alright, so we're back for the FA Cup semi-final draw. The possible teams we can face are Liverpool, Bournemouth and Reading. I know which one I would not like, but we'll see who we get. First out of the hat then is going to be Liverpool, and they will be facing Reading, which leaves us with Bournemouth. I would hope we can get past Bournemouth. So that match is going to take place on the 16th, it said, so in about a month's time, which is ideal for us. Hopefully we haven't got a match for like 12 days. We can work around that, keep everyone nice and fit, ready for that semi-final. Welcome back, guys. So we have played a couple more games. We've had the 3-0 win against Watford there in the Premier League, a 2-0 win against Norwich in the Premier League. We've also played the first leg of the Fulham match in the Europa League semi-final, quarter-final even, sorry. We did win that 3-2. That was quite a hard-fought match. You'd think Championship side Fulham, we'd run over them. As it is, we go into the second leg with a 3-2 advantage, and we've just got to maintain that. This is the team we're going with for that one. We've got Livakovic in goal, Lamptey, Saliba, White, and Mbemba are back four. Coates needs to be rested, as does Kieran Tierney, and Gabriel is still out injured. Ward-Prowse and Gundogan in midfield. Neves is also injured. We've then got Hudson-Odoi out on the left, Smith Rowe in the middle, Saka out on the right, and Abraham up front. Bizarrely, Odegaard also now out for 3 to 4 weeks. Hopefully we can go get something out of this match. I would hope we would. Injuries here definitely not helping us out, but we move on, we go forward, we hopefully continue this series. I am aware by the time this episode comes out, I believe that the full version of FM22 should be out, and I wasn't really anticipating this series going this long, if only because definitely at some points in the season I didn't think we'd be going this deep into the Europa League and cups like that. I'm very thankful we are, don't get me wrong. It's very nice that our Arsenal team are doing it. It just means that the beta save is going to be running on potentially a little bit past the full release of the game. We're going to go until we get knocked out of the cups. Definitely in the next episode, we're going to have, at the very least, the semi-final of the FA Cup against Bournemouth. Hopefully, we can also include in that episode a semi-final in the Europa League as well, and we're just going to tell Gundogan there to ease off his tackles because we're only about 10 minutes, 15 minutes in. He's already got a yellow card. Cross here from Mbemba into the head of Abraham, but he can't quite get that one on target this time, and it remains 0-0 in this second leg. We are definitely on top though. 8 shots so far to Fulham's 1. Home advantage definitely playing in our favour here. If you're interested as well, the matches in between this, especially Fulham match, made me pull my hair out and change my clothes. Definitely not recording on a completely different day for this second leg. I mean, we'll take this at the moment. Obviously, we haven't scored yet, but we have got that 1 goal advantage currently. So we are sitting quite nicely. Ward-Prowse has also got a yellow card now, guys. Calm down. All of the team, despite not scoring or anything yet, have got some good ratings there. Unfortunately, Lamptey has just got an injury and wants to come off. We are going to have to bring Kieran Tierney on, which I've just told my assistant manager to get on and do. And that is the first half. Very, very little highlights there. But we have had 20 shots on, well, 20 shots on target. We've had 20 shots, 21 shots now. So we are definitely fully in control of this tie. Potentially, we're not going to have a lot of highlights in it. Tammy Abraham also looking like he's given everything now, so we'll bring on Alvarez there up front, which leaves us with 1 substitution left to make in the last 30 minutes of this match. And you never know, we might see a highlight. As it turns out, maybe the first leg would be the better one for YouTube, and that is Gundogan pretty much out of this tie as well now due to tiredness. So we'll bring on Gavi. We have got a highlight going on in the background, but that does tend to happen when you make a substitution. Wow, despite us having 29 shots and 14 on target, game does not want to show us any highlights for this match. I guess this is going to be a very sit back and take the win match by the looks of it. We're not going to complain. It'll be potentially a slightly shorter episode and a bit less highlights in this second match. You'd think when you have, again, we finished the match 30 shots on target, and I think in that entire match we've had 1 highlight, he says as we get the second highlight. Here's the throw-in from Kieran Tierney, and on the 94th minute, Emil Smith Rowe, not wanting to leave you guys at home without a highlight, comes on, pops in a header to make it 4-2 on aggregate in the Europa League quarter-final. And that's going to be full time for us. We've gone and done a job at Fulham. I'm not sure who that gives us to face, because I'm not exactly sure what's gone on in the other legs. We're going to get Atalanta. Atalanta currently third in the Serie A league and having, I guess you call that patchy form. They've won there against Napoli. They've also lost against Napoli. Oh, they played Napoli 3 times in a row. So they drew 1-1 in the first leg of the Europa League quarter-final. They won the second one 1-0 to win that overall 2-1. But then they lost 2-1 in the league in between those 2 games. They've also got 2-0 win there, 2-0 win there. But then they've lost to Juventus and Fiorentina right before that. A couple of wins before that, but lost to Milan. So that will be an interesting tie. We'll see how we do against Atalanta. We'll have a look at our own schedule here very quickly. So looking at our own schedule here, we've got in our very next game, which will be the first one we come back for, the FA Cup semi-final on neutral ground against Bournemouth. And we've then got Wolves and Chelsea in the Premier League before having Atalanta in the semi-final of the Europa League. We've obviously got a 2-legged tie there. We might show the first or the second leg, and then hopefully we'll have one more episode after that where we have 2 finals to play in. If you are excited for that, please do drop a like down below. Perfect time to subscribe, especially, like I said, by the time you see this episode, the full game has probably been released by now. I am doing a non-League to Legends save, as I've said before. If you press the notification bell next to the subscribe button, once you have subscribed, YouTube will tell you every time I upload, and you can follow along with that series. Going to try and do some other things on YouTube as well, so it could be quite an exciting time to become a subscriber. It's completely free. You can unsubscribe whenever you want. It does really help out the channel. Like I said, if you press that bell as well, you get told every time we upload and won't miss anything on the channel. Until next time though guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.